Shalom, shalom. Welcome to another video. This is Negro News Networking. I just want to thank you for coming in and listening to the video. Remember, analyze, unify, and then build. We are here back again with another video talking about Ukraine. Okay. In the other couple of videos, we talked about Ukraine trying to recruit brown skinned people to come fight in their wars. Okay. We talked about how we've been talking about how they won't allow people to leave the country, but they was also trying to get Africans from Africa, particularly Nigeria and Senegal, to come to the country. Okay, so I ran across a video today, very interesting, and it's about Ukraine. So what we're gonna look at in this video today, we are on the Peace Corps website. Anybody know about the Peace Corps? Peace Corps is a large organization that get people to go and help in places that's been ravaged by war and unrest, things like that. But on this particular website, under the Ukrainian section, I seen some information that gonna blow your mind. So let's just get to it. Now look, this is the Peace Corps website, the government website, Ukraine, preparing to volunteer. So it's pretty much, this is a section you would read if you were thinking about going volunteer in Ukraine particularly. And we are under the diversity and inclusion section. So here go the website. And I'm gonna try to remember to put this in the description so you can easily click on it. But this is definitely the website if you want to go to it, just to verify that what I'm reading you comes directly from the Peace Corps website. So let's get down in here. And they have a section for dun, 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 dun. Where is it? Boom, boom. Should we pass it up? They have a section right here for the African American or Black volunteers. So this is the section for Black volunteers and African Americans. So let's just read through here real quick. And keep in mind, this is if you are considering going and volunteer. Okay. Volunteer voices, people of color. Let me stop real quick. People of color, you got to be careful with this people of color term. I tell you, this is the new way to say uh everybody, right? Because in a lot of legislation, they put people of color when they giving out money, people of color. And what happens is the Asians go get it, the Mexicans go get it, everybody go get it, and then the Negroes are last to go get it, even though they may have said that we were doing this for African Americans. But when they put that people of color in there, go look at that legal definition of people of color. Some white groups are people of color. So you gotta be careful with that people of color. So they're using the word people of color, but they're really just talking about the African Americans and the Black people. So let's go. People of color face many challenges living in Ukraine. See, they're trying to say everybody have these issues in Ukraine. Okay. As Peace Corps volunteers. However, African Americans will confront far more complicated issues. Yeah, that's called racism. For modern parts of Ukraine, for modern parts of Ukraine, African Americans are part of the community and day-to-day life. However, there are many Ukrainians who have never seen a Black person before. Their understanding of African American culture is fueled by the media and African stereotypes. You will generate lots of interest and curious stares. Yeah, because this fueled by the media is called propaganda. And the propaganda internationally about brown skinned people is that we are what? Violent. Even though we're the number one people to get robbed, raped, pillaged, and murdered, right? We the one had our lands took, our children took, our body parts castrated, hung from trees. But white media has shown the world that we are the animals, and it's just simply not true. So that what they're telling you is these particular people that haven't seen black people, they have been poisoned by the TV propaganda in any which way and told that we are violent animals. So that's what it's referring to. But they just want to say it in a nice way. But here at Negro News Networking, we go just get straight to the truth. So these stares can make you uncomfortable and annoyed. Ukrainians' initial perception of you may be that you are from Africa. It may not. It does help if they understand that you are an American. And the training in PST will help you consider ways that you will engage with these assumptions. So they're telling you that before you take your Negro behind over there, they're gonna give you Negro training on how to deal with racism. How about we just don't go? How about we just don't go? The best way to deal with racism is to not find yourself in a racist situation. This is why I tell you, analyze, unify, build in its perfect form is always referring to us owning our own, being in our own, with our own, right? Seclusion, separation. There will be no racism if everybody looks like you. Now, a lot of people say that's racist. No, it's not. I'm not saying that we never deal with other nations, but we'll come into the world and work, and then we'll go back into our areas, into our neighborhoods, similar to the suburbs. So don't let them tell you, oh, that's racist. No, it's smart. It's smart. Okay, so look, let's keep going. Check this out. It is not, remember, we are reading this page from the Peace Corps telling you what you may face in Ukraine. The one place where Putin came out and said they had Nazis. They said, no, they don't. Check it out. It is not uncommon for Ukrainians to refer to African Americans as the N-word. This is on the damn Peace Corps website. As nigger. It's not uncommon. Volunteers of color, no. Because see, I beg to differ because Asians are people of color now. Arabs are people of color. So I'm pretty sure they won't be calling the Asians niggers. And they won't be calling the Arabs niggers. Right? They won't be calling the Mexicans niggers. So don't you gotta watch wordplay. May be called a monkey. Wow. So these people are cut off from society, but they know how to call us niggers and monkeys? Is that what they telling you? Is this what's going on? But they need help? No, they get no help. Or may see children's games with blackface. This is crazy. Being aware of the history of dehumanization for people of African descent may help inform where this comes from. It does not justify it. So they're telling you should just accept it. That's what they're telling you. We're not saying it's justified, but you got to accept it. We're helping these people. So they want you to go get on a plane, take a long flight to go to help some people that's going to call you after you help them nigger and monkey. See, this is where Christianity come in to fog up the mind. We don't believe in Christianity here in Negro News Networking. We're Israelites. Okay? We read the Bible for what it is, not for what somebody tell us, and we don't whitewash a damn thing. It will be at your discretion to determine the intent. No matter the intent, So they tell you use your discretion to determine the intent. They want you to use your discretion to realize, are these people blatantly racist or ignorant racist? And then turn around right around and say, no matter the intent, staff recognizes the impact that hearing that word may invoke hurt and anger. If you view it as unlearned, something the person has never been exposed to, it may be an opportunity for you to educate that person. Are you freaking serious? Not only do they want you to go out here and help feed, build buildings, shelter, whatever they do at Peace Corps, they also want you to take a sideline and a part-time job after they call you a monkey to quote, it may be an opportunity for you to educate that person. Yeah, knock them out. Knockout game. I'm just joking. We are here to support your successful service. And these comments and images can be, so they got images too. They got racist images, remember? It gotta be more than these. They got their children play blackface games. Why are you sending indie dark-skinned people over here? Why did Africa send those damn children to school over there? I don't know why. It makes no sense. And these comments and images can be a huge distraction and obstacle to you. Know that the Peace Corps staff is here to support and encourage you. Do not hesitate to remove yourself from such situations. You are not and I guarantee you right here, do not hesitate to remove yourself from such situation. That's something that they put on the website. I guarantee you, whoever your supervisor is gonna tell you, hey, look, we need you over here. You have to deal with it. We ain't got time for that. But just get your feelings, get out your feelings, get out your feelings. You are not expected to be subjected to such treatment. Then send them somewhere else then. Send them to Africa. You won't have to worry about being called a nigger in Africa. And if you are called a nigger in Africa, at least you won't feel as bad about it. You can also find support and understand from other African American Peace Corps volunteers serving in Ukraine. So get with the other niggas that been called monkeys, and they can help you understand. Any volunteer or staff member who has experienced racism can contact any Peace Corps Ukraine staff member. This can include the program managers, safety, security managers, director of management and operations, director of program. And I'm not reading it. But I tell you what you're going to experience at Peace Corps, not from the Ukrainians, but from the Peace Corps, is also racism. Because if I knew that this was an issue where in this particular place, why would I send African American people? Why would I send let's say African American, Black people? Why would I send Negro people? Okay, it just makes no sense. And I just want to read this one last section right here, man. Now, this particular section is possible considerations for volunteers of color, right? So they talk about your Asians, your Filipinos, maybe a couple of Australians, some of your Mexicans, your volunteers of color, right? Okay, Pakistan, Indian, whatever. But I just want to point this out. Let's get right here in the second section. Racial and ethnic minorities in Ukraine, primarily Poles, Hungarians, Crimean Tatars, and Greeks make up about 5% of the total population. Most Ukrainians have not had personal interactions with people of other races. They often assume that African American or Asian American volunteers are university students from Africa or Asia rather than Americans. I just want to point out, they say they often assume that African American or Asian American volunteers are from Africa or Asia, right? You would think that you could tell the difference by the way we speak, but I guess not. Now check this out. Students from Africa or Asia rather than America. So it's like if you were an African from America, that make you better than the Africans from Africa. And they said in the next sentence, thus these volunteers may be stopped to show their identification papers more frequently than other volunteers, particularly in larger cities where they are not known. Yeah, slave patrol. Where your papers at? Why are you sending Negro people into a war zone? It's the only question I have with the Peace Corps. Like I said, this is the website. Okay. And then it say African American. I want to point out one last thing. African American or Asian American. I'm gonna show you the Asian Americans that's getting stopped. These Asian Americans, the ones that's mixed and have their Negroid tone. These are the Asian Americans that go to school that's getting stopped. Not your run of the mill Asians, but these mixed brown skin Asians. That's what they're talking about, right? That's what they talk like this guy, like this Asian guy with the locks. Take a look at him. He mixed. He definitely getting stopped. Tiger Woods, he getting stopped. He brown. All right? I didn't know she was Asian. I didn't know. She probably getting stopped too then. All right. Oh, you getting stopped, my boy. You definitely getting stopped. Who is that? What's his name? My ward. Yeah, Hines Ward. But this is just what I wanted to show you guys, man. In the very Peace Corps, on their own websites, they admit that these people are racist, but they ignorant racist. That's not blatant. No, that's blatant racism. They cannot spin that. This is blatant racism. They haven't been educated. How the hell you get educated on simple morals? How are you not educated on simple morals that you should treat everybody equal? So we'll go ahead and cut the video at this. Pray everybody have a good night. Thank you for coming and watching the video with Negro News Network, and have a great night and shalom.